Hey folks, this is what I'm working on today. I'm gonna make a couple of videos. First one being getting this last transformer that I've got on the property out. What I'm talking about is this wire feed welder. I like these things. They're like any other welder, any usually battery chargers, microwaves. There's several things that have transformers inside of them, and the more juice they pull, the more the bigger the transformer is. Now, I've got a bunch of transformers from these microwaves that I pulled out. Some of them are from other things, but there's about a half a dozen things out there that I could think of just right off the top of my head that I pulled the transformers out of. Old stereo systems have got a heavy transformer in them. Welders, like I said, battery chargers, all microwaves. And it's these blocks here, if you don't know what I'm talking about. And they're not all made the same. Some of them have weld beads that you can split loose. Some of them, the iron in them is fingered together. Some of them you have to smash apart. Some of them it takes flatheads and 3/8 and 5/16 nut drivers and a couple other little tools to get these things out. But if you can see right here, this particular one, see how shiny that is? That is aluminum. Now, most of these they come out of a microwave, they're half aluminum and half copper. And I just know this from experience. They're not all the same. Believe it or not, this little bitty one here, pretty easy to get apart. It's got a weld bead on it. See where it's burnt? I'll be able to hit that right there and knock that off, and this will come right off. Pull this little plastic piece of tape off of it, the red. Pretty heavy little piece of copper there. I do all of these. It'll be several pounds of copper. These are considered transformers or electric motor weight. At this point, they pay about 15 cents a pound. The metal pays about 8 cents a pound, so it pays about twice as good to pull them out of the appliance that they're in. Just separate them to that point. But just like doing the compressors on my last video, the better you separate the stuff, the more money you make, even though it is more time consuming. I will give a full breakdown by the end of the second video that I make about these, the one where I actually get into tearing these down, showing all the different ways. I'm going to take my sawzall, try it that way. I'm going to try it with the grinder. I'm going to try it with the way I know how, with just the hatchet, as far as getting most of these things apart. See which is faster. I've even got a big red axe that I've used in the past, and I will time myself to see which way is quicker, and at the same time, y'all will be able to see at least 3 different ways to take these things apart and figure out which way is the easiest for everybody. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get into this. This little short video here is going to be me zipping the sucker apart, and I have not been inside of it yet. I did take some screws out, and I'm hoping at this point it's got that big transformer in it, and it's copper. Even if it's aluminum, it's well worth taking out. Now, there is 1/4-inch screws on this thing. It did have a big copper lead wire right here. But take out the rest of the 5/16 screws, 1/4-inch screws. Got my little magnet bucket right there. Make sure there's no critters in there. I've seen everything from rats to snakes to spiders. It's just a piece of iron. Throw it outside in the truck. And I'm totally done with it. Oh, this thing has got 2 transformers in it. Look at there, folks. Woohoo! That's what I like. Hopefully all this is copper. I believe it is. We will find out. But as you see, if you can see close, this will be a little more extensive to get it apart, but I don't mind a bit. Now, I'm going to get this thing where we can all see it. Get it down here on the ground. See what I need to do. It's actually a wire feed welder. There's a little bitty electric motor in here as well. Now, these bolts here at the back, I don't know if you can see them. Those are the ones I'm going to need to get loose. We're talking 5/16, 3/8. We're fixing to find out right quick. Got my little box of sockets. I want to add these two transformers to, there it is, 3/8, to all my transformers. When I get into breaking them down, that's why I'll put the full breakdown of the transformers on the next video. Hopefully everybody sticks around to the end of this video. I need all my watch hours I can get. I'm trying to get this channel monetized someday. Be nice. I guess I'm gonna say I'm about a third of the way there. I do most of my videos over on my politics channel. Bear with the noise, folks. Nut driver 3/8 socket. Come right out. And that's one transformer loose. I've been keeping this thing around here for a month now. I just been waiting to break it down because I figured I'd make a video about it just to show people how much copper or aluminum is in one particular unit. It's a crazy amount, folks. That's why I like finding these things. I'm going to go in with the surgical tools, get the cutters out. I don't know if y'all can see this, but fixing to that looks like aluminum, but it's hard to say at the point. Even if it is all aluminum, I ain't mad. It's a lot. Okay. Let me see here. It's kind of like when you played Operation when you was a kid. You got to reach in and put the things in or take them out. Little pieces touching the walls where you hit the buzzer. Same thing. Try to get it loose without hurting yourself. That's the name of this game. There's always a couple of wires to cut loose. Well, there's one, folks. There's the money. Copper, aluminum. I'm thinking it's aluminum, but that's okay. We will get that sucker out of there one way or another. And there's still one more. Turn it sideways. Cut all these wires that are attached to this particular transformer. Try to cut wires one at a time when it comes to transformers and capacitors. Neighbor kid getting home from school. Lots of wires. Bait on this thing to get down to this hole. Stretch the square a little bit. Bear with the noise. it, folks. There's another one. That's the big one. Here's the rest of it. I gotta cut this little bit of wire out of here. This top here. Not much in there. This was actually a wire feed welder. The electric like heliarc welders, or the electric welders, other than just this wire feed one, they have big transformers as well. Any huge light fixture either has a ballast or a transformer in it, especially like street lights, lights over parking lots. Now this here is a little bit of copper as well. This little bitty fan motor, this can be taken out pretty easy as well. Just zip this screw here and this screw here, thing comes right out. Get the last of that money. And let's see if these things are copper or aluminum. Looks like aluminum. Let's check on the other one as well. I think it's just a matter of how old they are, if they use aluminum or copper. And I guess literally what type of metal they needed, depending on the heat involved in the amplification of the power. Yeah, they're both aluminum. But I see weld beads like here and here. That means I will be able to split this thing and this thing will come right out of there. And I'll do that on the next video, folks. So please come subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I make a video about once a week, usually on my weekend here, and just show people how to do stuff like break down compressors and transformers, and why I break down microwaves and welders and things of that nature. Just trying to show people how to make that extra dollar. Like, subscribe, and share. And like I said, don't forget to check back for my next video coming out directly in the next day or two, involving how much copper money there is, and copper and aluminum money there is in this batch of transformers that I saved. We'll get the full breakdown, the prices, the weight, everything. See if it was worth it for the time involved. And I'd definitely be using a little of all three tools just to find out which one was the quicker, better choice. Right here, folks, on DIY Scrapper Channel. Over and out.